Howdy! That's good. That's gonna be my new intro. No, I can't do it. Some of my favorite games I have ever played have been remakes. So today I made a list of the top 5 games that I want to see be remade. Hey guys, it's Sprinkle Games, and if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe as I do content like this every single week. But with that being said, let's get into it. Starting off with Donkey Kong 64. To my knowledge, this is the only 3D Donkey Kong game to date. And honestly, I'm a little surprised by that considering how old this game actually is. So when the rumors started around E3 about a new 3D Donkey Kong game, my mind immediately went to a remake of this game. And obviously that didn't happen, but I think that this game is more than deserving of one. Not only is the 3D aspect a huge deal, but this is the only Donkey Kong to feature what I call the original Donkey Kong crew. This includes Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Tiny Kong, Lanky Kong, and Chunky Kong. Although for some reason I called him King Kong, and it must be because he was super strong, but now we're kind of getting off track. So, anyways, it was one of those games where it felt like each character got the spotlight they deserved. Now, of course, this could be my nostalgia talking, but either way, I hope that one day this game gets the remake it deserves. Mario Strikers Charged is charging up next. Okay, bad joke, but really good game. I've said before that unless if it's a Mario game, I don't really like sports games, but even amongst most Mario titles, this game stands out. The game really had two focal points. The first obviously being soccer, with crazy environments, items, and special shots for each character. But the second focal point was the characters themselves. See, each character was as savage as possible to each of their opponents, and sometimes even their teammates. It took the fun loving Mario universe and transformed it completely to feel like a super competitive, brutal soccer game. And honestly, I couldn't get enough of it. It was a nice change of pace for the Mario series, and one that I personally would really like to revisit. Kid Icarus Uprising is one of those games fans will never, ever forget. Despite waiting around 20 years or so for Nintendo to release this game, fans never lost hope. Now, this game was split into two types of battles: air battles and land battles. With a simple control scheme of the air battles, they were riveting with fast paced action that always caught your attention. The only downside was that when you did land and started a battle on the ground, it seemed slow in comparison. Not only that, but the simple control scheme suddenly became a hindrance, forcing you to control the cursor and the camera at the same time. They never really figured out a way to fix this flaw, but despite that, this game is beloved for its combat and colorful characters. With the motion controls of the Switch, Nintendo could easily fix one of the glaring weaknesses this game has. And with that, the game would be near perfect, as pretty much everything else in the game is truly amazing to witness. Even the storytelling itself was done beautifully. Instead of a character going on an adventure figuring out everything on their own, this game did it a little bit differently. Palutena and Pit would be constantly talking to each other throughout the game and even during some action sequences, which really made her feel like she was right there next to you, being part of the action. And rejoining that action would truly be a spectacle to behold. The Metroid Prime trilogy is a game we're all hoping to get a remake for the Switch, let's just be real. Nintendo outdid themselves when they made this game, combining three AAA titles into one colossal adventure. And with Metroid Prime 4 somewhere on the horizon, it's the perfect time to remake this trilogy. Not only are these games beloved, but I think it would also help hype up Metroid Prime 4 for when it does inevitably come out. Revisiting and exploring the alien world with the beautiful yet haunting atmospheric music is something I think many fans of the Metroid series would adore. When these games originally came out, they were more than just your run of the mill games. They were a completely new experience, changing the way many other titles use their music and environment to enhance their own world. In short, these Metroid Prime games were an experience like no other, and to feel that experience again would be quite something. F-Zero GX is one of those games where you start, you lose, you rage, and then you try again. It's a racing game that only the most extreme fans of the genre could play through. Not only would you be racing at blinding speeds, just barely managing to stay on the track, but you had 29 other opponents all reaching for the same goal as you. This game was notorious for how hard it was, and I feel like Nintendo didn't really know what to do with the series. On one hand, they had people who took the game head on, rose to the challenge, and became champions in their own right. But on the other, they had people who gave up on the game in the first few races, and it split the audience in half. Even though the overall reception for the game was very positive, Nintendo isn't really known for extreme games like this, and it almost seems like they shied away from the series. This is why I think it's the perfect time to bring F-Zero back. Not only is it a beloved series, but in general, there are more hardcore gamers that like a challenge, and to climb the mountain that is F-Zero would be welcome any day now. The world of video games is so vast that it's honestly hard to pick your favorites. But those five games significantly impacted my life at some point, and that's exactly why I picked them. There's always going to be that one or two games that impacts you. So I'm genuinely curious to see which games that you guys want to see be remade. So let me know. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.